I will first give you a short overview of everything we see here, and then I will go through each of the features by feature of the product. So this is the Alfred Finder. We have, I hope you all can see my mouse. At the top of the screen, of course, we have the search bar. This is one of the most important places of the Finder. It's where you start searching, of course. In the left, we have multiple panels. At the moment, you can see the Facet panel. So the Facet panel is used, so if you already did a search, or not yet, you can select for a specific property, a specific value, which redefines then your search. Besides the Facet panel, we have the Explorer panel, and the Explorer panel allows you to search within a certain folder. So where the Facets panel allows you to search for a specific property to have a specific value, is the Explorer panel more exploration oriented and allows you to filter on the folder where you think the document is. Besides that, we also have the Query panel. In the Query panel, you have the saved searches, and you also have the previous searches. So the saved searches are the searches you save and can reuse later. The previous searches are the searches you did this session, and you just want to do a previous search again. In the center, we can see the result list. The result list is, of course, shows all the results of your search. And in the result list, you can find all the documents paged. So we have multiple pages here, and the result list is configurable. You can also sort the results. Once you select a document here, you will see here a preview in this panel. You can change and see the metadata here. There are some comments if the document has a comment, and you can also see the versions of the document. So this was a quick overview. Now I will go into detail, panel by panel and feature by feature. So the search bar, I will start here, as it is the most important part of the application, of course. I will do a few search queries, and by doing a few search queries, I will explain you which functionalities and which features I've implemented in the product. So as we do business, of course, I will start with finding or searching a business document. As soon as I start to type here, business, you can see that I have advanced autocompletion, and it changes as soon as you type. So when I typed only bus, for example, you see a different results, and now if I go back to business, we see here that it gives a few options. In this case, it gives you full text options, which means that it tells you which words can be available in the documents themselves. So I'm looking for something related to business. And one of the things it says is business metadata, but I'm actually searching for a document which is somehow related to business metadata. And now I'll press enter. Voila. And as you can see, in this particular case, it says we do not have any documents found for this specific query. So in this case, we have a negative search, but you can see it was really fast. Now, I have another few results, few search queries I want to do. So as you can see, I clicked the query away, and immediately you see that it searches again, this time for everything, and again, it shows the results very fast. So my second query I want to do is I want to search for customer things. I'm not quite sure at the moment as a user on what I'm searching, but as soon as I type even 2 letters, you can see that a lot of options pop up for you. So I want to talk a little bit about this autocompletion. The first option you can see is the customer name. And this is actually a very interesting property because it's not something standard in Alfresco. It's actually one of our own business properties that we took, and we configured the Finder to autocomplete and to show this property here. So I will go for customer property later on, but first let's have a look at the other items here. It also shows, the autocompletion also shows the MIME type. So that's a specific type of a document. So it's the extension of the document. But we also see the document types are all also shown here because we C and U is in document type. So even though the Finder shows you a lot of possibilities which all fit the 2 letters we typed. So again, if we type more letters of customer, we see that the search kind of narrows down. In this case, we were looking for a customer name. So I will type, I will click on customer name and Finder autocompletes me. Then I know it's something with ALF, but I don't know the rest of the name of the customer. So I will just type a star. A star is a search regex-pattern, and it says like anything behind here is fine, as long as it starts with ALF. I will press enter here, and I will do a search, and you can see, voila, it's very fast. These are 11 documents for which we have a customer name, and yeah, the customer name starts with ALF. Though I'm not really sure which customer I'm looking for at the moment, so I will go back to my Facets panel, and in here we can see that for all the 11 documents, there are only 2 customers, so I'll open it, and it's Alfresco and Alfresco. I will click again on Alfresco, and voila, we can see it's really fast again. It only shows the 7 results from Alfresco. Yeah, and also, of course, I clicked here in the Facets, and immediately the search chip changed to, instead of Alf star, full Alfresco. So it got automatically replaced. Now, I'm looking for a PDF. In this case, it's kind of easy to see which PDFs are, but we will, in case we don't see it, we will go to the MIME type of the document, and we see again there are 3 different types, and I will select PDF document. Voila. So it shows me 2 results, and as you can see here on top, again, the PDF selection criteria also pops up. In this case, I want to see my document I was searching for, and it's in this case a PDF which you can see here and which has some metadata, of course. Okay, that was this search query. I will do another search query to show you some more features. You see, as soon as I click them away, again, it will search again and again within 3 seconds, we say. Okay, so for the last search query, we do something else. I know I created the document last month, but yeah, that's all I know. So I hope we can find the document. So let's start with typing create. And as soon as I type create, I see a lot of properties on which I can search. So I have the creator, but I also have the created date, and of course there is text in the documents that matches the word create. So I can select the creator, but I will go for the created date. And here we see we have multiple options. So we can fill something in for created date, but we can also say like, okay, it was on a specific date, it was after or before a specific date, it was between something, it was today, last week, and last month. In this case, it was last month, I told you, so I will click on it. Voila. And there we are. So it says which date range. It's a full month because today we are the 15th. And we can see immediately our 10 documents we created or were created the last month. Now, in case I don't want to say last week or last month, I can just type created date. So I type created again. Voila. And if I want to say, for example, it was between one date or another, I will click in only between. And if I do this, immediately the date range selector pops up. For example, we say I want to see all documents since, let's say, last year and today, which is 15th of March. I press done. Voila. And immediately we see our documents pop up, and we can see indeed in the chips, in the search chip, that the query is correct as we requested. All right, that's a little bit about date ranges. Now, another thing I want to show you is related to the search. So in this case, I'm looking for a video document. So I start typing V, and as soon as I type V, we can see that there are documents available which have extension MPEG for video. So of course there are other things related to VNI, but in this case I want to click here for the result. So again, within 3 seconds we see the results of the search, and in this case I want to show you video of the Alfred desktop product in this case.
Thank you all for joining
Voilà.
us on this.
And we hear Peter from another webinar. So I will close this again. Voilà. And that was a little bit about the search itself. So to give you a short overview, we can do a search in the search bar. There is a lot of auto-completion to assist you on finding documents. And yeah, that's about it for the search. Okay.